Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing with Catholic Mexico. Before we get started here, I'd like to mention one thing, and that's the fact that I'm going to be a little bit ahead in content for the rest of this week. I recorded 2 videos on Sunday so that I could stay 1 video ahead. So I'm recording this on Monday and this is Wednesday's episode, so therefore I have not read any of your comments for the Tuesday episode because of course it's not even made public yet. And that's going to be that way for the rest of the week, and I know a lot of channels do that. Many channels will go 2-3 videos ahead. I do try and record, after the last video is already out. That way I can kind of react to your guys' comments. Like for instance, if you tell me I missed something, then I can easily, fix that in the next episode. I can be more reactive. I know some other YouTubers, ones that I've watched before, where you have people like screaming in the comments for like 4 or 5 videos about some mistake they're making, and they'll never react to it, or they'll react to it like 6-7 videos after everybody already brought it up because they sit down and record like, 5 videos ahead or whatever. So that's why I try and do it that way, but we are going to be 1 video ahead all week, at least 1 video ahead, because I'm going to be really, really busy this week, and I want to make sure that we have a video every day, at least Monday through Friday here, because as many of you guys know, or at least those of you who watched the HOI4 series or any of our other series that we were doing before this one started, is we are currently looking for a house, and unfortunately that is not going very well for us. The Colorado market is just terrible, man. It's too expensive and we can't afford anything, so we're going to go try and see if we can get a larger loan, or perhaps I need to move to another state, guys, because Colorado is like, God, it's so bad. When we moved here, I think it was like the 10th highest housing market as far as cost goes. And so that was pretty bad, obviously, but not as bad as it is now. For this year, Colorado is the 3rd most expensive housing market in the country if you rank by states out of 50. The only states that are more expensive are Hawaii and California. That's it. Colorado is really, really bad, guys. And, it's a good thing and a bad thing because the market is so good. We're going to make an absolute fortune selling our house. I mean, we're going to make about 1.5 times the amount of money we make per year selling this house, at least. Might even make more than that, because we've had it evaluated once, but that was a while ago, and it feels like every month I think it gets worth like a couple $1,000 more dollars. I'm not even exaggerating. Like every month your house becomes worth thousands of dollars more because of how much the housing market is skyrocketing here in Colorado. So we're gonna make a lot of money selling the house, but we're at the point right now where we can't afford anything that is not basically the same size as this house, and we're looking to get a bigger house, and one that's not so old and falling apart on us. So we're actually considering moving out of the state again, just because, God, it's ridiculous, guys. This is so expensive here. So let's go and get started in today's episode. I just want to let you guys know that I will be a little bit ahead in content for this week. So first thing we need to do is assign our operatives. I forgot to do this in the last episode. Somebody brought it up in the Monday episode, so I wasn't able to do it again because I wasn't able to react to that since I hadn't seen those comments yet. So we're going to do it in this episode. I had just completely forgot about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 focus on resistance, and then the other 2, I'm just looking at which ones we're going to want to assign. Okay, so this guy here is going to be one of the other 2 that are going to be building up the intel network so that we can do some missions against the United States. Like perhaps maybe increasing their compliance for once they capitulate. We're going to have her do the same thing. I guess we'll have her do it up here. She can go to New York, I suppose. While the other 2 are going to be focusing on rooting out resistance. So we're going to put 1 here in Louisiana and 1 here in Cuba, just so hopefully we don't see the same kind of issues that we saw before. Now again, it did take a long time for that resistance to get high enough for us to have these problems that we're having, these rebellions. And I think we'll have the United States capitulated way before then, and thus have the peace treaty. But it's still something we're going to want to deal with. Even after the peace treaty, we still got to deal with resistance. So it's just typically a lot less once they're capitulated. All right, or excuse me, once you have the peace treaty. So let's go ahead and figure out where we can get some units cut off, because that's what I really want to focus on. Obviously, we have this happening in Florida, where we're going to be getting the rest of this state taken there. I'm just going to look for some openings here before we unpause and see if there's anywhere we can move. Now, you'll notice that a lot of the American divisions are lacking equipment or lacking strength. So I would imagine that they're suffering from equipment issues, because I don't know how many, like, how much equipment these rebellions spawn with, but probably not enough, I would assume. Let's see, I think we might be able to win here. No, we cannot. I think we tried that before. The mountains are probably what's causing us those issues there. I would like to get control of Nevada to get that steel. That'd be incredibly helpful for us, and obviously would be quite negative for the Americans. Really, there's not anywhere that I'm seeing other than the attacks we're already doing. Let's focus on getting Florida done. That would open up a lot of divisions. All right, so this guy's going to go all the way down to Miami just so we don't have to worry about more troops coming into the port here. And then what we're going to do with this guy is have him come down here. And then this guy here. We'll cut these guys off. We need to get that port from them. And we won't attack them yet until we get the port. All right, so looking good there. Looks like they're attacking us there, and they're pushing forward across the whole front now, which is actually quite bad because we might end up getting, we very much are going to get cut off here in Charleston. I think there's really no way to stop that, but we have a port, so we can retreat if need be. Could get sunk from retreating, but I was kind of worried about this. I think part of that is because of this situation here. So let's go ahead and try and stop any divisions that might be coming up this way. Looks like they're coming to these two. So let's have this guy go over here. See if he can't get there in time to stop that division. Also, I wanted to move my planes around. I did forget about that. So we don't have any air bases here just yet. Oh, we just got an air base. Never mind. So what I wanted to do is move the planes that we have here. We've got a lot of planes here. We're going to keep these guys on port strike because eventually this is going to be the only port they have. So we'll keep them on that. We're going to keep some of these guys here as well. But I want to move at least one of these naval bombers up here. We'll move the cruddier one. Have him perform it there. So we got that going. The fighter, we're going to go ahead and move the fighter. Move him over here. Try and get air superiority there. And then we also have a close air support unit here that we can move to. All right, awesome. So we'll go ahead and focus on that. And try and get all of our planes moved forward up into here just to get the bonuses that we could get. It does look like we're having some issues here. Let's go and delete that. Yeah, they did cut us off here. Not surprising. And these guys are likely going to lose as well. We'll probably just go ahead and pull them back because it doesn't look like there's any reason to keep them there. And they could potentially cut this guy off too. So yeah, we don't want that to happen. But yeah, because we went down here towards Florida, it did, of course, result in some issues. So let's go ahead and move some of these divisions up because I really don't think we need all of these guys. He's already going that way. All right, excellent. So just to try and get this situation handled. In fact, this guy can take all this territory, and we're going to have him go over this way. And then what we'll do is have just one of these guys come on up over here. It looks like this is the only division that was in Florida, so we should be able to get him destroyed rather quickly. But yeah, it does look like they're having equipment issues. So that's actually a pretty good thing for us. Did this guy win somewhere? Oh, he's going this way. Looks like they were able to reconnect him here. That's a shame. We had those divisions cut off here, and unfortunately we lost the defense there. Looks like we did win again, though. All right, well, let's go and move more divisions over that way then. And then we should probably attack these guys here to stop them from moving. Though it looks like they'll probably get there in 17 hours, so before we do. So might as well just go and attack them to lock him down to make sure that we're able to cut him off again. So we did sink the Pride of the Fleet, 2 carriers, including a 1940 carrier. Awesome. So a newer carrier, which I guess that confirms that the AI is in fact building newer ships. That was something that we had discovered a little while back, that they weren't building the newer ships, and it looks like they are now doing that. So we've got divisions up along here. We are losing territory all across here, and that's because we pushed so far forward. I could go ahead and start taking territory behind these guys, but I'm worried that they'll get cut off, so I don't think we should do it that way. Instead, let's go ahead and have him come to this front, and then he can hold the port for us if he doesn't get sunk, of course, which he might, but we'll just have to take that risk. And then that way that'll allow one division to start advancing while the other one stays here and protects his port, protects his backside. So there's an opening here. Let's go ahead and, oh, well, it is across a river. Let's try and avoid the river attacks if we can. Some easy win here, so we'll go ahead and do that attack. Also some undefended territory here, so let's go ahead and attack across there. And I guess we'll just attack across the river and defeat that unit there. And again, just kind of looking for openings here. We're going to go kind of slow because I feel like there was many times I missed some opportunities in the previous episodes because I was going a little bit too fast for me to catch certain things. Yeah, we're definitely having some issues though across the front, as you can see. They are doing a pretty hard push forward right now. We'll go ahead and take that artillery. Let's see what we did. I'm glad we're still doing port strikes because they are in fact still using that port. All right, so that was good. We sunk another light cruiser. And now we have these guys cut off, but they are about to get a port, so we have to get them destroyed. So it's going to make that happen, and this guy's going to finish up this little area, and then we're done with Florida. Florida will be completely in our hands, and that does bring us, you know, some factories and dockyards. No resources, though. It looks like this guy should make it as well, so that's very good. There's an opening here. Let's go and take advantage of it and take it. But yeah, we did lose a little bit of territory along here, just because, you know, we pushed forward really fast and didn't have, you know, enough divisions to defend all that territory. So we could go for passive bonuses. I don't really see any point on doing that for a navy we don't really have right now. Smoke generators would be nice though. Lets us retreat faster. I suppose we should work on the submarines so we can get the submarines modernized. I know we need a lot of other things, guys. There's like just so much stuff that we need overall. You know, as a minor power, you're typically behind in tech anyways. But then when you go in with a night vision attack, that'd be really nice to get. I think we're gonna get that, guys. But then, you know, on top of you know, being a minor power and being behind tech, we also, you know, did the perhaps not always the best decision as minor power. We made the decision to go after techs for land, sea, and air, which that's pretty hard to maintain even as a major power. But it's even more difficult as a minor power when you don't have all those slots opened up. It took us a while to get all of our research slots opened. Let's keep on taking a look, see how we're doing on getting these guys sunk here. We're doing a good job on getting the fleet sunk. We did just lose a ton of planes right there though, so that's not good. So these guys are now destroyed. Excellent. That is 3 divisions destroyed. So very, very good. And I am seeing opportunity here to potentially get a win. Though these divisions will likely get there soon, so probably won't get a win. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll keep them going forward for right now. Yeah, we lost there as well, not surprising. Again, many of these, this was a loss too. Many of these defenses we did lose on. So that failed, but that was okay. It did let this guy get forward. And we have some potential to cut some more troops off here. And we got these troops here, so let's go ahead and have... I want to make sure that one of them stays. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and put him on a fallback line. Because otherwise he's going to move forward once I start taking territory. And then we're going to go after Charlotte. Now this division could very well get cut off, but we're going to try not to. We're going to try our best to not get cut off. We could try and just go behind them and go after Atlanta. I think that would likely be, well, maybe we might be able to win in some of these areas. Yeah, you know what? Let's try this out. Let's try going through the back. And then as we get more divisions, maybe we'll be able to do some attacks along here that allow us to cut off a ton of divisions along this front. And once these guys are all cut off, we could just push forward with impunity. It does seem the Red Army's front got a little bit too wide. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. No, overall the fronts are just too wide in general. We don't have enough troops though. We do have troops currently building though. We're getting that done, and that's going to be our first tank units on the front. In fact, I want to say we already have a tank unit on the front, don't we? Yeah, one right here. He's doesn't have very much experience, but he's on the front, and we just keep having these naval battles. Sunk a battleship and a light cruiser. So that keeping those troops on attacking the dockyard was actually quite advantageous, because that's who did that. So let's go and have these guys attack forward. They're not our troops, and then we're going to send these 2 forward and try and get those guys defeated. This is going to allow us to cut off 4 divisions, so let's make that happen, and we'll attack with these credit divisions here, and then support. We won't support those guys. They look like they don't really have much organization. They must have just moved there, or perhaps just didn't attack. Again, it's going to be a little bit slow going, but I feel like we're eventually going to get the win here, just because look at their equipment. Their equipment is terrible, and that's not even taking into consideration, you know, what we're about to do with all the cutting off of divisions. As we cut off more divisions, they're going to get in an even worse situation. This guy moved pretty fast, a lot faster than I expected. Looks like they're trying to cut him off already, so we need to do this here. And you know what? Let's go and bring another division over here. And let's have them go over this way and join them there. I probably should have sent more divisions initially anyway. Does look like there's going to be a loss. I wonder if we can get there before him. No, we can't. He's going to be cut off no matter what. So we just need to stop him long enough to get... see how the best way to do this would be. Yeah, that's a loss, so that's clearly not going to work. What if we... I know these are all across rivers, but there's really not anything we can do but attack across rivers right now. We have this division coming up over here, so that's going to help. Let's bring him over this way, though, and see if he can't help support that attack. But yeah, it does look like we're going to win this now, so that's good. But they could easily cut us off any other way. So we're going after Atlanta. If we get the win here, then that will cut off these 5 divisions right here. So again, having some successes here and there, but they have a lot of divisions. I'm actually surprised with just how many divisions they actually have. That is, I was not expecting them to have this many divisions. Again, we are trying to prioritize attacks with the Purple Army and the Red Army because those are the ones that are ours, and so those are the ones that you know, we get the bonuses for. So we're gonna need to, yeah, this is bad. Let's bring these guys here. Have these guys attack here. He's already going over that way. Let's see how else we can do this. We need to hurry up and get these guys destroyed. So let's attack with this guy. And then let's send these guys over here. No. Let's do this differently. Let's send their divisions in to take the casualties. And he'll go across here. And then he's going to go here. And then in. Alright, so hopefully we can get these 4 divisions destroyed before they reconnect this. It does look like we've got this. Alright, awesome. So we're going to stop that. Yeah, it looks like we got the win here. They did not reconnect here, and we should be able to get those 4 divisions destroyed. So very, very good. We did hit the 50 political power, so we can go and integrate Panama. And I suppose we will. I don't know that we'll take the Panama Canal one. I guess we will. All right, so we'll go after that one first. 25 political power, and then we integrated everything that we can. Unfortunately, it looks like they did cut us off here. Let's go and reconnect this. And this guy lost as well. Damn it. All right, so that did not work out. We are about to win here, though, so that's good. Can we beat this division here? Probably. I don't know, though. He is cut off, though, so we'll see. It looks like we should be able to get there first, and that'll cut these divisions off here. Of course, we got to get the win there. Luckily, we have another division coming, and we're getting assistance from our allies, too, so that's helpful as well. Let's bring these guys over here now. But yeah, just not enough divisions along the front, guys. That's really what's causing us the most issues at the moment, is a lack of divisions. So this guy's moving over here. Is he going to get there before the other guy? This is why we're going really slow, guys, is I'm just trying to make sure that no, we don't do any stupid attacks like in the mountains, like here, where we can't get there first. We want them to attack us. We got logistic company 2s. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and, I mean, we can continue to get these. I really feel like there's other more important things than these right now. There's so much stuff to get. So I think we should probably focus on that. Like, for instance, we do not have, we could also get nukes. That would have been really helpful. But, you know, honestly, we've had a lot of issues. So, you know, obviously we needed a lot of things. And it looks like they did destroy that division. God damn it, man. That did not work out. Yeah, they ganged up on them. I thought we had this here, but we did not. We absolutely did not have this here. All right, so that did not work out. Let's go and delete this here. So yeah, we just lost a division because of that. All right, so that's a shame. I mean, it wasn't one of our divisions, though. So, you know, there's that. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get here before they do. I don't know if that'll be the case or not. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. 1 day in 22 hours, and this guy's moving here in 1 day in 18 hours. So yeah, we're not going to get there before him. All right, so that did not work out, that attempt to get behind them. I probably should have just went up this way, but they have so many divisions that they're able to react to everything I do much quicker than I would expect them to be able to. Let's hurry up and get across this river, and then what we could do is potentially cut off these troops here. We'd have to get the win, though, on this fight. We already know we can't beat them there. And so we have to keep this division going. So what I might do is just have both attack forward temporarily until we can support the attack. And he doesn't want to support it. Huh, interesting. Alright, I can't get him to support the attack. I'm not entirely sure why he won't support it. But let's have this guy support the attack as well. And then they'll cut off these 3 divisions again. Alright, so should be able to get a win there. This attack is no longer working, but what if we supported it? Will that be a win? That would be. Excellent. Some openings across the territory as the AI makes adjustments. They constantly make these adjustments along the front, which is why I really don't like having the AI in control of my divisions. Look at all this stuff they're willing to give us. Thank God for the huge number of convoys that we built, because it's really allowing us to get. Let's go and get the win here. It is allowing us, the large number of convoys allowing us to get as much equipment as anybody offers us. You guys are recalling past campaigns where, you know, we would run out of convoys, and we'd have people offering us equipment, but we just couldn't get it due to lack of. This is not going to win. Due to the lack of convoys, but yeah, that has not been a problem for us in this one. We go pull that back, and probably should bring another division because it looks like we will lose there. We do have a lot of army experience. We've gotten a ton here, so if we have any adjustments to make, which I'm not sure that we do. Yeah, I think we. Oh, well, we do need to add more stuff to the cav division. So yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and give them another. Nope, not mechanized. Another armor car here, and save that. And that should help them out. We could also add more cav. Essentially, by making these wider, there's a benefit to doing that because that's more divisions that, or excuse me, more battalions that are under 1 MP. So it's a slight benefit. It's really not that significant, but it does, it helps a little bit. Did we finish these guys? I want to say we did. Yeah, these guys are completely done, so they're good to go. Did we ever finish the mountain troops? We did not finish the mountain troops. So let's go and give them. Let's see, what do we want to give them? Probably some anti-tanks. I mean, I guess there's not really a lot of tanks that we're fighting here, is there? There's a few. So I suppose we'll go with the logistic companies. Could also do signal. Let's do logistics though. Go and save that. You know, as resistance gets higher, we end up facing resistance in certain areas. You see, we're facing attrition here, just simply being in the mountains. So that's one reason to get that. Logistics, given that's not going to help a lot because that's not being caused by lack of supply. Shock and awe. Let's go and get the last one, and I think we're going to use the experience to make it faster, just so we can get it done with. I don't usually use the experience for the land ones, and we lost here. God damn it. That sucks. Let's go and try it again, guys. Let's see if we can't get the win now. But yeah, not having a lot of luck there. Overall, we're having a little bit of difficulty in this episode trying to get troops cut off. We're outnumbered across the front. And we need to get more divisions built up. We need to get the equipment situation underhand. That's what we really need to do. Just taking a look at our equipment situation and what we're currently lacking. It's really artillery, mechanized, motorized, and support equipment currently. I've got a lot of factories going into all those. As far as the infantry equipment goes, where is that at? We're at 38,000. So we're doing good on the infantry equipment. So at the very least, we're not going to run out of that. Let's go and see if we can't get behind these guys. We did win here as well. We need to move one guy here and one guy here. Again, trying to use our own units for the attacks to try and maintain our higher war participation. So let's go and get the last anti-air. We can put those on our units with the new radar that we're getting. And yeah, still no success here. So we're not cutting those troops off. All right, so it's a bummer. Yeah, it's a shame. All right, so they did cancel and lease, so whatever they're giving us, they either ran out of or we have enough of. Tulsa is open, so let's go ahead and do an attack here. It is across a river, of course, but these are pretty weak. So I feel confident that we should be able to get the win unless another division comes. Again, though, you'll see all across the line that they are lacking infantry equipment. All across the line. But despite that fact, we're still having difficulties advancing. Alright, so we're just going to send a ton of troops and try and get across here. It's across a river, but there's rivers all up along here, and I think that's the problem with advancing here when you actually have resistance, unlike, you know, the last fight we did. And I'm going to try and cut these guys off if we can. Yeah, we won't attack those guys. We'll try and cut them off going around this way. But, you know, last time we didn't really have any resistance. You know, we weren't fighting very many divisions. They didn't have enough to cover their entire front. But when you're actually fighting resistance in this area in America, it can be very difficult to advance here because of the mountains and the rivers, especially the mountains. So the mountains just make everything slower. So we need to grab these provinces next. I don't know who will get there first. Probably this guy. It does look like we might end up getting attacked there, yeah. So whoever gets there first, I don't care, just so long as we cut those two divisions off. We'll go ahead and start the attack on this guy now, since he would retreat over to here. So that would be fine. Looks like we are, in fact, losing that attack. Okay. Let's go ahead and help out there. They have decrypted our cipher again. They seem to be much faster at decrypting ours than we are at decrypting theirs. We might be able to move towards Atlanta here. or at least have more success than we've had trying to attack that province. They're moving into the division there, though, so we'll see. Just looking for places to cut troops off, but yeah, we are outnumbered just about everywhere now, all along the front. With a few exceptions, like right here, this front seems particularly weak. So are we. We are lacking division numbers across here. All right, so we did win here. Let's go after Albuquerque now. Attack there as well, and then we'll keep one of these divisions here, and the other one can come over this way. And see if we can't cut off the troops up along here. We'd have to get a win right there, and that is into the mountains, so probably would not be a success. We do have a mountain division here, though, so maybe. Let's try this out, guys. See if we can't get the win here. Might be easier to, in fact, actually go that way. Yeah, you know what? It's far easier to go that way. So let's do that. And we're also getting that river penalty, too, into the mountains. Ugh, yeah, it's rough, guys. We're taking casualties, I'm sure. But I guess that gets our war participation up as well. And after we get that last snorkel, we'll go ahead and get the next submarine tech. Since we have been relying pretty heavily on the submarines, we need to get like the tanks in their own army, honestly. But for right now, until we get the division numbers up, what we could do is go ahead and make more narcos, since those don't require much of anything, and then they can kind of hold down the front. I think that's exactly what we should do. I mean, we are lacking support equipment, so it's going to still be an issue, but it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, let's just get like 20 of these. Yeah, we'll create like a whole army of the narcos to hold down the front line. I think that should help. Should help out a lot. We can now integrate the Panama Canal, so let's go and do that, and we have officially integrated everything. That we can, anyways. We still have some focuses that we need to get that I have been waiting to get. All right, so let's move these guys over here and then have them attack that way. They are trying to break out, so let's stop that. We're going to have them go this way. Could start pushing forward here, but I really feel like we should help destroy those guys before they reconnect it. So let's get them wiped out. There we go. All right, so we are done with that. Let's go and push up towards Portland and then Seattle and continue stretching the front out and causing ourselves more issues. But I'm hoping that somebody got there to Albuquerque. Actually, this just sent the whole division forward. But yeah, I'm hoping that we'll eventually win the equipment and manpower game. Probably not the manpower game. We need to see how much manpower they have. And it looks like our we just captured an American operative. Awesome. So what I want to do is take a look and see how we're doing with the resistance here. So she is on the resistance. We should probably just look at the resistance map, I suppose. See how much success we've had. So we've dropped it from 15 to 14%. This one, in fact, is only increased in Cuba despite our operative being assigned there. Yeah, it's helping a little bit, but not a lot. And then we have these two trying to create the intel here. And I don't think that we have enough to do a mission yet. But I would like to do some operations against the Americans, specifically something maybe to increase their compliance. We've already done that operation once, but again, each time you do it, you get more compliance. We did win here, so that's excellent news. But again, just still seeing difficulty on attempting to get... Okay, this is what we're going to do here. Let's attack with these guys here. Attack with these guys here to lock them down. He's going to go there, and then this guy is going to attempt to cut them off here. I know we're going across a river right there, but that's okay. And that'll cut off a total of 6 divisions. And again, that's really the only way we can ever expect to win here, is by cutting off their divisions and destroying them, and not getting our own divisions cut off and destroyed, like right here. But yeah, we're having difficulty. This clearly did not work out, and they have prioritized dealing with it. What if we attacked here to get the reconnect? It looks like that's the weakest point. So we'll attack there, and then we should probably go ahead and attack here since there's nobody there. So I think that will help. Hopefully they can hold out. I don't know if they will not. Heavy artillery did give us a nice bonus here for our artillery. Gave them a bit of soft attack, so that should be quite impactful. We're not going to go for any further naval ones right now. We've got too much stuff to get. Yeah, that's a bunch of research bonuses we won't be able to use anyway. It does increase the escort efficiency, but we're not even bothering to escort our convoys. The allies don't typically focus much on submarines. So we'll eventually want to get Hispanic culture, but I think we should probably focus on getting the integration focuses, which I believe there's only one more. So it's this one, integrating all the Caribbean territory that we have. So we're going to get that. Does look like we are going to win there, but I think if this guy doesn't get here soon, how long do we have? 18 hours. This guy's going to be destroyed in mere moments. I think he's destroyed. Damn it. So close, guys. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We could probably connect here, though. That's what it looks like anyway. Let's go ahead and support this. And we'll get the territory here connected. Let's go ahead and actually keep this division here and have him go that way. He might end up getting cut off, though, so we should probably come over here. And let's just stop this attack here. It's clearly not. It's green, but it's not going to work. But yeah, they're putting up quite a fight now. And it's interesting because, I talked about how they didn't put up much of a fight last time, and now we're seeing them put up much more of a fight. We didn't get a very good war against the Americans the first time, but they're definitely putting up more of a fight this time. Part of that is just how weak we are. We're suffering from some severe issues. The American resistance just kicked our ass. Good God. So they're trying to reconnect here, so cannot allow that shit. So we're going to have those guys go across there, and then we're just going to attack across the river here. These guys need to get to another location. They don't have enough organization to really launch an attack. Let's go ahead and try and get these troops here cut off and destroyed. This guy, did I accidentally assign this guy somewhere else? I must have. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. And then these guys here could join either one of these two armies. We did get divisions pulled. Okay, so with them pulling those divisions from us, you see we're a lot weaker across this front. All right, so let's go ahead and strengthen one of the fronts up. See how we want to do this. Okay, I see. So this division's here. So we might as well just put them all into one army, I suppose. And then just stretch this army out. But overall, this is, this is an issue. And again, I have to keep the double armies there because we want to always have one of our armies along the front line. But yeah, we are taking some casualties, guys. Definitely taking some casualties. We've had several divisions cut off and destroyed. So yeah, overall, it's been a little bit rough. There's just not enough divisions here. We need to get these guys finished up training. And these guys need to finish up training as well. And you know what? Let's go and deploy them now. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and get these guys put into their own army. And we're going to train them up. I don't want to put these divisions out there with that negative 25% modifier. I think that would be foolish. And I think I'm even going to take this guy. We did this with him one because he was almost up. But he hasn't been fighting at all. You know what? We'll leave him in there for now, I suppose. But he hasn't been fighting at all, so he hasn't been getting any experience. Alright, so now we're attacking into Portland with a division that probably moved across the railroads. This is across the river, but we're going to win that, so we'll keep it going. And again, we'll continue to accept any of those. But getting control of Oregon would give us a few factories. But yeah, just not getting much assistance from our allies right now. They're not helping out all that much. And not really seeing any places to attack, guys. That's why I haven't been attacking. I don't want to do any silly attacks. I want to make sure that any attack we do, we're going to win. We can finish up these guys, though. That would be helpful. So let's see how we want to do that. Let's attack forward here, and then have this guy go that way. And from there, because we have all this dealt with, we should be able to get these guys here destroyed. This is 6 divisions destroyed, so big win for us. And also, it has decreased the size of the front by quite a bit. We'll start to see more and more situations where there's open holes as they, just can't defend all their territory as we stretch this front out, especially up there in the northwest. We have Portland now, excellent. In a terrible position though, and we did get control here, so that's all those factories that are ours now. And just trying to figure out the best way to continue on. I suppose we'll go that way, and then let's attack here. That ended up not working because they moved a division there. Alright, so we'll just stay in Portland, and if they push us back, they push us back. Apparently we need light tanks, and we are not building any. Okay, I think that's for the... Alright, I think I know what's going on here. So when we built out our Aztec divisions, we gave them the armored recon companies because I had light tanks in the stockpile. But now it would not be wise to keep that going because we're not using light tank. We're not building them. So instead, let's do the light armored recon companies. Could also do the motorized recon companies, just looking at the difference here. Basically, reconnaissance will go up here a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it goes up a lot more. And fuel usage will also be less. But just about everything else is going to go down some. Let's see if we change this up for the motorized recon company. Okay, looks like it'd probably be best to go with the motorized recon company. So that's what we'll do. All right, so let's go ahead and save that. And that should help us out since we don't have the light tanks to supply those. That'll give us more light tanks in the stockpile too, since all those divisions will give back their light tanks. All right, so losing here, some division got there in time, so that's unfortunate. Again, just kind of letting it play and hoping that we can eventually weaken them. That's really what I'm relying on. It's just an eventual weakening. Because right now they just outnumber us in multiple locations. So we're kind of hampered until I get some more divisions built. And we'll accept that. And yeah, just continue to cut off troops, and that's how we'll eventually get the win. But it's going to be slow going, guys, because these guys are not, they're not weak. Not at all. And we are, in fact, kind of weak in many aspects. We don't have anywhere near enough divisions. We should probably try and decrease the front here if we can. Try and get a win there. Just trying to, obviously we have what, two or three provinces here that aren't defended. So it would be good to do that. And again, I'm not really seeing any areas. Like here, I thought that would be a win. That wasn't. Definitely was not a win, obviously. That could end up being a win, but we'll stop it. These guys need to repair the organization. I think we were attacking somewhere that was undefended at the time. Might be able to win here. We support with the surrounding troops. Again, though, the AI moves the divisions so much that it's really hard to react because they're constantly moving them. And you know what, guys? We're going to actually have to spend more air experience. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, we haven't researched the newer fighters yet, as I had planned on doing. I thought we would have done that by now, but that has not been the case. And the reason why I haven't done that... Oops, I didn't mean to do that, guys. I wasn't researching them because I was thinking that we didn't have the aircraft designer, but we do. We got that already. So we need to get the new fighters. Okay, my bad. I didn't even realize that. So basically, as soon as we finish up with the anti-air, which is the last anti-air tech, we'll go ahead and get the newer fighters. We should have already done that. But, I think that the Americans probably don't have a lot of planes out there. If I had to guess, they're probably focusing on, certain areas here, and they don't even have a lot of planes. Oh, well, they have a lot right there. I was thinking they'd be running low on fuel. I mean, we do control the skies in most of these regions, but those are all regions that we're not even competing in. But here, yeah, we're not winning here. They do have some fighters, actually. And I think this is probably why we're having some difficulty on the advance here as well. Let's go and attack here again. See if we can't get the win. Again, I want to cut these guys off here. All these troops, if we can. But really, the problem is we need more divisions. So we need to get these guys out there. With these ones, they're close enough where we're going to go ahead and put them into a separate army here. Well, I guess they're already a separate army, aren't they? Psh, that was dumb. So let's go ahead and get them some icons and stuff. And then we're going to give them a commander. And we're going to give them Pharrell here. He has the highest attack. And we're going to be utilizing him for cutting off troops. That's what the purpose of this blue army will be. So we're going to do it in places where we really want to focus on advancing and cutting troops off, which would probably be here because it does look like this is where we're in the worst situation right now. And so I'm just looking for the best location to do this, probably right here. So let's go ahead and move them here. And maybe just have them all in that one province to push up this way, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to put them all in the same location at all times, guys. And looks like some of our troops, oh, they do have all planning bonuses. Okay, just want to make sure they're getting planning bonuses. So we could go and push forward here. That's kind of causing issues, though, of course. We did take that province. Once he gets his organization back, we'll attack here. We'll continue defending Portland. Looks like we're having a lot of success with that. Doesn't help that they're only sending one division. I guess that's because those are the Canadian troops. As far as the situation up here, it does look like the French are being pushed back, or I should say the Axis, because I'm sure it's not actually the French fighting in these areas. And then the Brazilians continue to do invasions that don't seem to have any success, but I guess it is keeping the Canadians distracted, which stops them from putting troops up here. And this should be covering all here now. I think it is. We just can't see that. All right, and once those tanks get here, and you know, actually, let's go and take this guy here and put him into this army now. And once these tanks get here, I think we'll have a lot more success now cutting troops off. Atlanta's open, and nobody's there defending it. Let's see if we can get there before this guy. 23 hours, probably not. We'd have to attack him. So that's what we're gonna do. Attack him, and then if we win there, which I assume somebody's going to attack us and stop us from winning there, that would cut off all these troops. So now that we have the tanks, we're going to see a very, very different situation, guys. Those tanks are very fast and very, very good at cutting off troops. Let's get across this river while there's a weak defender there. That would be good. We're seeing that the front is now much more secure. We're having more divisions defending our provinces. So overall, things are looking much better in that regard. No longer seeing as many open provinces. We do have openings here that would, in fact, allow us to decrease the size of the front by a couple, actually. A couple provinces, so that'd be helpful. This is another place we would want to use those tanks to cut off troops. But again, we do have issues here. So we got the tanks coming. How long is it going to take for these guys to get here? They're on the railroads now. They should all be taking the railroads. They are. Okay. We just got to wait. Be patient. They are canceling all the Lend Lease with us. Not surprising. How are we doing on resources? Looks like we're short on the steel. So let's go and trade with the Swedes for more. Keep all of our stuff supplied. We did win there, so we've gotten across the river. All right, so I'm seeing some successes, guys. Things are going well. Much better than they were before. Yeah. Again, it's not perfect. Go and support with that. That guy there. Also, I'm seeing some openings here we can take advantage of. Let's go ahead and do that now. Bring these guys over here. And I don't know if that'll be a win, but we'll do it anyways. All right, so Blue Army is here. We have Atlanta under our control. So now we need to get the win right there. But let's wait. Let's wait until we get the tanks over here, guys, before we push any far forward. Yeah, there's no reason not to wait. Just give them time to get over here. Give us obviously will allow us to do this a lot better, where we're not exposing ourselves to getting more troops cut off the way I did there, which clearly didn't work. We lost a division doing that. All right, so let's go and start getting the planes. I just did not realize that we had already had this. That's what I was waiting for. That's the reason why I hadn't researched it, if you're wondering. And I think I just clicked on the wrong plane too, because I'm over here talking and not paying attention to what I'm doing. That is not the plane I wanted to get. Let's go ahead and get this guy instead. All right, so we want the fighters. Get those improved. We do have outdated equipment, the anti-air, so I suppose we'll update that. We're not using a lot of our dockyards, guys. That's just because, one, lack of resources, and two, I want to get these guys improved again with all of our new gear. And we'll be fixing the resource issue soon. We'll be taking over some states here. Here's one. Tennessee has steel. And then, of course, there's the one over here, Nevada, which has 140 steel. So that'd be really helpful as well. So we can just move up towards Seattle. So let's go ahead and do that. I know that we are exposing ourselves, which is obviously not good. But, yeah, this would maybe be a win. So that'll cut off 2 more divisions. So we'll keep it going. Now, if they send any troops down here, which they very well might, and then that would cause us problems there. Got some more war support. So getting the war support up, we're at 77%. And we're going to be using the next batch of political power. Well, I mean, I don't know that we really need the ship designer now. I mean, I guess it's going to give yeah, there's really no reason to get the ship designer. So we should probably get some of our military staff down here. We still haven't gotten hardly any of these. That just shows you just how bad the political power situation has been. We have the tanks here, so let's go and make this happen. We're also taking attrition here, so we need to get this done. So let's go and attack with all the tanks. And get the win here. That'll grab that air base for us, and most importantly, cut off a stupid number of troops here. We got the radar. Excellent. Let's go and get the next one. I'm sure we have factories, because I haven't taken a look at this for a little while. It's repairing stuff. I suppose that's useful, repairing all the infrastructure. You can see that we are facing attrition issues, so repairing the infrastructure is helpful. So let's go ahead and get the radar ticked up. Again, this is going to be helpful. And I don't usually build the radar that close to each other, but in this instance, we have. Could build the Florida radar up. I think that this should cover most of that area, though. Then we could also build up the radar up along here, so that our submarines have better chances of detecting any convoys passing by. So we're going to do that. And then I suppose we should do more military factories, because we do not have the military factories for our planes yet. They're still having some issues, though that might have changed now that we've gotten... Let me just see here. Yeah, we're starting to get them down here. But still, you'll notice that we're not building the naval bombers or the close air support. I could pull more factories, but I'm just waiting to get the American factories. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to have to keep adjusting it. We almost got the win here. Again, we got these tanks mostly, defending this for right now. But once we get the win there, the tanks will help us destroy these troops. So let's go ahead and start the attack. Though, how do we want to do this? This is across a river. I guess all these are across rivers. There's really not much that we can do about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do some attacks here and just kind of slowly close this up. Let's see if that's a win. Yeah, that'll be a win. We are losing here, so we're going to have to attack these guys. And then these troops here could go ahead and let's send them into different locations. Send one there and one there. Just kind of help out. These are all across the river, so yeah, it's going to be tougher. I guess we'll go ahead and lock these troops down. Let's attack with these two as well. So this is a ton of divisions that are cut off. Absolute ton of divisions. I don't know how many precisely. Looks like 2, 4, 7, 9, at least 11. At least 11 divisions, guys. So that's big for us. And this is, with these tanks here, that's going to allow us to do that consistently. And this is how we're going to get the win. Now that we have those damn tanks. Looking at these guys, let's go ahead and deploy them, and we'll put them in their own little training army. Oops, I didn't want to do that. You know what? Actually, let's go and put 5 more out there. I think we can do that. Let's go ahead and deploy these guys, and then we're gonna train them up at least up to the next level. We don't have to get them up to regular. And we have cut these troops off. Let's going to get them destroyed. That's 2 more divisions destroyed. We have taken Seattle as well, so that's fantastic. And then let's go ahead and take this division here. Actually, you know what? This guy is going to head on over to Seattle. This guy will wipe that territory out and then come over to Seattle. So that's big for us as well. That's more factories that we have taken from the Americans. It's only a matter of time now, guys, before we have these guys defeated. Especially now that we have these tanks here. This is going to be quite impactful. Alright, so getting those troops destroyed, that's a lot of American divisions destroyed, and that is in fact where we're going to end the episode as soon as we get those divisions destroyed, so we can take a look at what we've done when it comes to the casualties, because I'm interested, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the tanks next. Other areas to cut off troops would be here. Looking at other spots, this one's a little bit harder because it's mountains. I don't think the tanks would do as well there. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to do it next. This is the way I really want to advance, because if we go up this way, then we, once we take Washington, this should be over for them. We're pretty close to being over. So we could cut them off here as well. But you know what, let's do this one first, because this would make it so we have to defend less provinces, so it'll be helpful. And we're also already advancing along here, but really just cutting off all these divisions. That's a lot of divisions, guys. That'd be huge for us. So did we destroy these guys? We did. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the casualties, and then we'll end the episode. So we've taken 242,000 casualties. That's a lot, guys. That is a lot. I think last time we looked at it, maybe an extra 90,000 or so. That's just me guessing. Casualties from what we had taken before. So quite a bit this episode. Not surprising. We've had a lot of losses. We also lost some divisions, but I'm sure the Americans have taken quite a bit more. Yeah, they've taken like 600-something thousand casualties this episode. So 2.3 million for 216,000 losses. So it's like what, like a 10-point-something kill death ratio? Yeah, that's like a 10-point-something kill death ratio. That's absolutely insane. They're 50% towards capitulation, so we've got them halfway there, and we're doing pretty darn good. With the Canadians, we've done 222,000 casualties, while they have only killed 9.4 thousand of ours. So yeah, we've had a lot of success as far as the casualties go, and I think this is the beginning of the end, guys. We do have another airbase we can make use of, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll bring these. Well, there's really no space there, is there? All right, so we need another airbase. I don't know if we can build any airbases here. We might want to do that. If they don't have, well, that's the Georgia airbase. Okay, it needs to get built larger, clearly. So that's probably what we should do, is kind of like build up some airbases here, because, oops, I don't need it that high. Because we just can't get enough planes into these areas. Now we can build up Arkansas. That'd be helpful. And you know what, we're going to tick these up to the top. And then we got enough here, I feel. I don't think we have access to the Arizona airbase right now. Alright, so that looks good. I think we don't have access to this airbase yet either. But I expect that we'll get it soon, so we'll keep it going. Alright, so try and get more airbases for our planes. Make sure that we can gain air superiority in every region. Right now it's every region but the Midwest, which is where it seems the Americans are focusing their entire Air Force right now. Yeah, they're not even fighting anywhere else. So we might want to move some planes over there. Like, you know, we have a lot of fighters over here. We don't have any room though. Yeah, that's the main problem. Well, I think we're going to go over just a little bit just to put more planes over here. Try and see if we can't gain control there. And I suppose we don't need to do that anymore. And then also probably don't need to do more ground crews there either. Haven't really seen much actions going on through here. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode. It went slow. Like, we didn't play much time up on the calendar. But we made a lot of progress as far as cutting off divisions and destroying them. The 600,000 casualties, that's quite a bit, guys. And of course, we made quite a bit of progress up here as well, as we took both Oregon and Washington with the conquest of Portland and Seattle. So we got some big important wins, guys. We finished up in Florida, so we are getting stuff done. It's just going a little bit slow. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.